Now, come along with Callie and Cozy and get tangled up in Disney.
No choice. Here comes the smolder.
Welcome back to episode 25 of Tangled Up in Disney.
25.
I am Callie. This is Cozy. And we have a special guest this week. This is our good friend, Benny.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Benny is a big Disney fan, huge Disney fan, and is a very close friend of mine. And we met through Miss Cosette's stream. And we love to talk Disney, and it just kind of worked out perfect to have Benny on and to discuss some fun things this week and hopefully some future things. We're talking some food and wine events. So if you guys want to hear some food and wine, let us know because I'm pretty sure we're going to have Benny back for that.
Ooh.
Well, thank you. I am honored. Honored to be here.
We're so excited.
Yes.
So we're going to talk some updates per usual. There are some big updates we've been tweeting about. I'm sure if you guys follow any Disney updates, you already know what we're going to talk about, but we're going to get into it. And then we're also going to talk some snacks and Dreamlight Valley. Talk a little Dreamlight Valley, which it's been a minute. No, that doesn't mean we have any updates coming up. Hopefully we do soon, but we're just going to talk Dreamlight Valley because we like it.
It's good
For
stuff.
sure.
Except it made me motion sick last night playing it.
Yeah, you might not be playing much Disney if they keep that up, huh?
That was rough.
I don't know. I don't know if they changed something. I am convinced it's because you were looking for the little orange bits for the stupid potion.
Probably.
Have you done that yet, Benny?
I haven't done that, but walking around and like swinging the camera all around trying to look for the little green aliens sometimes gets you like all cross-eyed and makes you feel funny, and I didn't really enjoy that, but it was okay.
Yeah, I felt very funny yesterday.
And not like ha funny.
No, I had to hop off. I was like, okay, no, I gotta go to bed.
Oh no.
This is
We're
bad.
gonna
Not
experiment
good.
with some camera shake being turned off and see what happens.
I'm just becoming an old lady. No more
Okay.
gaming for me.
Don't throw
Oh,
around the
no.
old word. I don't like it. Not a fan. I think we can save the big update for like bottom updates because that is an update.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
It's like, what are you talking about?
The one. They announced Food and Wine Festival dates. So that is officially starting July 27th and running through November 18th.
That's in Epcot, right?
Yeah. I want to go so bad. I love Food and Wine Festival.
So do they just have different food and wines?
Yep. They have booths set up. And so they do specialty foods through all the various countries in Epcot. And then they also put booths in between that represent other other countries that aren't like in the main Epcot circle. And there's new foods, there's returning foods. And it's a really fun chance to try like different cuisine, different cuisine from the
Wow.
various countries.
So what does
I don't
Canada
know what
have?
it
Like,
is.
what they got? Maple syrup?
They have
They have a poutine.
I think last year they had poutine. They had maple caramel corn, I think.
Huh?
Or
Don't they normally
maple
do the
corn.
cheddar soup too?
Yeah, and a cheddar soup, which was good.
We're known
We
for
did
our
that.
cheddar soup.
We did the
Thanks,
meals
Wisconsin.
fromage montage last year, and it was good. It was good. We got the cheddar soup.
Are you going this year, Benny?
We may go for a day. We have a day left on our passes because we were in Disney when Hurricane Ian hit, so they like gave everybody that they canceled the park days those days. They gave everybody like a year to use the day. So we may go at the end of September this year and try to hit up maybe the Halloween party. I don't know yet. But
Ooh.
we definitely are going to go at least for a day to use that ticket. We can't just let it waste, right?
No.
Blasphemy.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, right. But I don't know what it is about Food and Wine. It's like the best time of the year in Central Florida. It's like the best weather. You get good food in Epcot. There's just something different about it. It hits different.
Yes. I would definitely be like if I lived in Florida. What is it? It's like they have like an evening Florida resident ticket. or like an Epcot only Florida resident ticket. Something
Yeah.
like that. And like I'd get that and I would just go in the evenings to go get dinner from Epcot and just try a different booth like every night.
Just be like, I don't want to cook dinner tonight. Let's go to Epcot.
Facts.
Yep.
Man.
Looking on Zillow right now for moving. No, I'm just kidding.
Search in a 1 hour radius from Orlando, please and thank you.
Yes. No traffic. No results found. Dang it.
Oh no, the traffic will kill us every time. No tolls? Nope, not possible. I'm excited. We'll definitely have to have an episode talking food and wine with some of the new festivals and returning festivals. I've only eaten a couple because it's been a while since I've been there, but I know Benny has enjoyed some of the booths. So we can definitely talk some food. We'll have a foodie day.
Oh yeah.
I saw a TikTok video of some. Nah, I don't know if I want to say this. It's chicken strips.
Yeah.
But, like buffalo chicken strips. Oh my gosh, a Disney California Adventure or someone. I was like, yes, those look delicious because they're like bougie chicken strips. Anyways, I was like,
so what you're saying is, as long we can get you to eat food, it just has to be chicken strips with seasoning on it.
yeah,
With
like
sauces on it.
I'll try all sorts of different sauces. I'm a saucy girl. I like sauce, but that's just what I like. I don't know.
Rosie, try this curry. Hold on, let me dump it on some
French
chicken tenders
fries.
first.
Yep.
Can I have all of the chicken strips and potato barrels, please?
Yes.
That's all I want.
And I want to try all the sauces.
Yes.
We can do that. Can I just get? Excuse me. I know I'm ordering the tostadas, but can you just give me a little bit of the salsa on the side? Thanks. All I need.
It's true.
Pull out some like dinosaur chicken nuggies. Here you go.
I'm ready.
You and Hyper. Or just order off the kids menu all week. It's fine. It's fine.
Cheaper that way, right?
True. You're probably paying normal prices. As
There you
opposed
go.
to the inflated price.
There's a hack right there. Buy off the children's menu.
Lord,
I
have
don't know.
mercy.
Last time we were there, we looked at one thing and it was like there was some place, I can't remember where it was at. I think it may have been the Sci-Fi. We ate the Sci-Fi drive-in. And it was like a kid's menu. It was like $29 and it was just Kraft mac and cheese. No sides, nothing else. It was just mac and cheese. I was going for $29.
That's the most expensive box of Kraft mac and cheese.
That's a little crazy.
And you know you're only getting like a cup's worth of that Kraft mac and cheese. So they
Just go.
what is the profit on that? So it's probably 4 servings in a box cooked. If you're spending, we'll call it $30 for easy math. A box costs $3, not at wholesale, and you know they're getting it at wholesale. That is a profit of $117 per box.
Just
No,
just
Disney.
go to the Target or a Walmart across the street and get one of them microwavable Kraft dinners. And just pour the
Excuse
water,
me.
stick it in the microwave.
Can I have some hot water?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. What do you need the hot water for? Tea. My throat is killing me. And you just like whip out a box of Easy Mac and you're just like stirring it in the corner.
It's Florida. Just take your water bottle and set it out in the sun for half a day. You'll be fine.
Ugh. I thought you were about to say use the Florida tap water. I'm like, absolutely not.
No. We don't want anybody getting Ebola here. We'll be all right.
Oh no.
I just every time I get thrown back to the gamer girl bath water. We were talking about Disney bath water. You don't need that in your house. It's just Florida tap water. Nobody needs that. Speaking of not Florida, so Fantasmic in Disneyland has been pushed back at least through Labor Day. That is not a firm comeback date. That is on hiatus at least to that date. So it's probably going to be out a bit longer.
My guess is they won't bring it back.
Like, period?
Mm-hmm. It's so
Wow,
old.
Fantasmic is such a show, though.
It's such an old show. They need to do they need to like spice it up somehow, I think.
I'm
also,
for it.
Did you see that Ariel? I sent that TikTok to you, right? The
Yeah.
Ariel in the Fantasmic is the highest paid.
Yeah,
Because she's
they
got
have to just because she has to stay on it because she's got her tail on. So they have to throw a fireproof blanket over her and leave her on the boat by herself.
I watched it and I'm like, there is no way I would be up on that boat with a fake wig on and Eric's just chucking a blanket over my head so I hopefully don't catch on fire. I'm gonna end
I
up
don't
like
know.
Maleficent. Like
That
ooh,
hazard pay, though,
ugh.
maybe might be worth it. You tell me I just have to sit on a box and wave my arms in time with music, and then you're going to pay me X number of dollars an hour for it? I might be down.
Heck,
I
give
don't
me
know.
a red wig. I'll sit up there. I don't care.
But he's like, I got you.
They'd be sitting there and be like, that Ariel just looks a little funny.
Oh no. But I don't know. I think it will be way past Labor Day. I don't think it'll be back for Labor Day.
Give it through the end of the year at minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Fantasmic is
bring it
such a
back.
loved show that I think that they will find a way to bring it back. They might just not include, because in Disney World they don't have that portion of the show. They don't do it the same way Disneyland does. So they have Maleficent as the dragon, but it's not on that level. So I'm wondering if they're holding off for so long because they have to redo the dynamics and the pyro for the show to maintain
Maybe.
it. But on the flip side, I mean, it is an older show. You already have it in one park. If you want to do something different in another park, it's a good opportunity to take it and go.
Now, they did say that they were going to try and have like other things, in lieu of that not being there. And I saw some things where people are like, oh, they're going to bring back the Main Street Electrical Parade. And then other people are like, oh, they're going to bring back the Paint the Night Parade, which is what I
almost
want.
tagged you in that tweet.
I want that.
Mm.
I love the Paint the Night
I saw
Parade.
you reply to it on the podcast account, and I was like, yep, I almost tagged you in this.
Yeah. Oh, that parade is so good. And I just want my boys to see it because there's like a huge Mac and yeah. So I'd love if they brought that back.
Okay, serious question. If there wasn't a giant Cars float, would you still like it?
Yes.
Okay,
The music is so good.
that's fair.
I love the whole thing.
I want Main Street Parade to come back to
I never saw that.
Disney World. The music is fantastic.
electrical
it's
one?
playing through my head right now.
The electrical parade?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have to YouTube that.
I love it. I'm going to listen to that tonight. I'm going to make a parade show playlist.
I'm gonna go watch it on YouTube. I watched the fireworks Wondrous Journeys probably 6 times the other day.
We were playing Valorant the other night. And these guys were probably wondering what the heck was going on. I'm just in the background singing Wishes because I was going through TikTok and it had Wishes, and I was like, I haven't watched the Wishes Parade in a while. And I just started playing it in the background, and Benny sang along with me at one point. And we're just playing
I may have been
Valorant.
muted for part of it, but I definitely was singing along as well.
Where I'm like, oh, I got Raina in showers, and just like singing Wishes in the background.
I love that.
Oh, God bless the internet. So Disneyland is looking at, they've been talking about this for a while, but the permits are going to, I think it's to the city now for review and approval, but possible Disneyland expansions. Now, when we say expansions, they are not expanding the amount of land they have. So their expansions they are taking what they have already built upon and changing it into something different. So Disneyland has 500 acres. They can't expand beyond that unless they manage to buy more acreage from somebody, which will be nigh impossible. The prices that people around are going to be, like the companies that have bought around them asking for it, will be insane. They won't be able to, which is why I think they're sticking with the 500 acres that they have. But they are looking at expanding based into some of the hotel space that they have, parking lots that they currently have. And I think one of the sketches showed like another gate entrance on a different side of the park. I think they talked about expanding downtown Disney more and connecting it to the hotels more. I'm interested to see what they do with the space.
Yeah, I definitely think that for instance, I've only ever gone to Disney World, but I think that the more that they expand Disneyland and some of the newer, cooler things that are happening at Disneyland that are only there. And it seems like they're getting a lot of the newer stuff. It's definitely a strong pull to bring people across the country, like me from the eastern side of the country. So I think it'll be cool to see what they do.
Yeah, it'll be really nice. I'm very, very excited.
Interesting. I'm just reading Josh D'Amaro. He was talking about he was teasing aggressive theme park expansion for both Magic Kingdom and Disneyland beyond the berms. So I'm like, well, what does that mean? But I guess Tron, they're saying Tron was added outside the berm or border boundary of Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, they had to change, I think, the railroad. That's why thank you. That's why the railroad was shut down for so long, is because they had to change the track for it. And they had to change some of they had to change a lot of it, right? Because there was a lot that was next to Space Mountain that had to get changed. But like they did a lot of exterior and perimeter park changes for that ride.
So they're saying that they want to add attractions.
Yeah, I feel like that would make the most sense for expansion across the board because it allows for more occupancy in the parks if you have lines that people are waiting in to get to these new attractions when they pull people in, like Tron right now. You have a lot of people waiting in line for Tron. Once they even get through their queue boarding group, that it frees up a lot of the congestion in the rest of the park, which allows more people to be in there freely, which I think is a smart thing, especially if you're having a whole bunch of new things added as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's one of my favorite discussions, is that adding things to a park truly increases park capacity without you having to expand the park itself. If you're just adding new rides into the space you already have, or even if you are expanding, you're adding occupancy because you're drawing people to different areas of the park, which pulls the weight of Space Mountain away because now you're drawing people into Tron, or it pulls the weight from Star Wars and Disneyland away because you have the new Toontown and you have Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway. You're spreading out the crowds, and so it automatically increases the amount of time that you can, like, you don't have to wait as long for certain rides because it's spreading everybody out. And I love that, because people are like, oh, the only way to increase occupancy is you have to build another park or you have to do this or that. I'm like, no, you honestly just add to the parks. All that open space you have somewhere, just add to it. Which obviously it's not as easy as just adding to it, but
no. Yeah. I'm reading what Josh said, and he said we have plenty of opportunity within these existing footprints to optimize, to find ways to increase capacity of existing attractions. But then he said, that said, and this is sometimes a misconception, we have plenty of opportunity outside of the berms of these parks to continue to grow pretty aggressively at Magic Kingdom and Disneyland.
Disney World for sure, because of how many acres that they own in the area, and so much of it is not built upon. A ton of it is still just land. Disneyland, I was surprised at how much they own that is used for other things that they're looking to convert. So like I think one of them was they're looking to change, I think it's a parking lot into like a further expansion of an area. And so it's still Disneyland property, so they're not expanding upon what they own in their little square area. But they're still changing what's there for offerings because they're just changing what is used in the area for them. That was a lot of words.
I love it.
Sorry.
I want more.
I'm really excited to see. We'll keep an eye on the permits pushing through for review and approval. And I'm excited to see what they do with it. What are the final? Because I tried to look at a bunch of pictures and it's all like, what is it, like blue sky schematics? Like it looks cool, but you can't really tell what anything is, and it's not finalized ideas. I just want to see more.
Just tell us all the things.
Parks. Just expand
Don't keep
all
it
the
a
parks.
surprise.
Tell us all the things. Just make more, make it better, make it more fun.
We're gonna be excited for it anyway. You don't have to hide it.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly.
It's true. Maybe we can help.
Yeah. Literally, Disney announces anything, they already have like a, 6-month waiting list. You know,
True.
people just waiting to try to do things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me.
Yep. Guilty. Yeah.
Oh no.
So one of the sadder things that Disney has announced that now has a waiting list. After a year and a half, Star Cruiser is being shut down. The last voyage is September 28th through the 30th, I think it was. Which is already sold out. So like if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, I need to buy that, you can't. Sorry. I still think there's some dates available in September. The beginning of September sold out, which makes sense because school starts in the US around that time. And then the end of September is sold out for the last voyage. They did have bookings available through December. So anybody that booked October, November, December, they gave them priority to rebook on different dates, which is why those sold out so quickly. And they currently have reservations on hold, and I think they're opening back up to people who are first buying new reservations as opposed to moving one. I think that opens back up May 26th, which is this weekend, Friday. So if you are wanting to get on the Star Cruiser before it shuts down, you have a couple months. I suggest getting on it and booking that ASAP, because once it opens up to the public, I give it 2 or 3 days before it's sold out. I don't think it's going to be long.
Yeah, Disney's
Which is-
marketing campaign of saying that they're going to close it, man, it's making people flock to that thing. It's
Right.
crazy.
I'm like, man, they're shutting it down because it didn't do nearly as well as they wanted it to do, and yet it will sell out all of its voyages until close. So
Fear of
that's
missing out definitely hits hard.
It's really interesting for me. Like I've watched a ton of vlogs for the Star Cruiser. It looks like it's a really interesting concept. I've always thought it was really cool, but we've talked about it on here before. It is stupid expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go as a solo traveler. You have to have at least a party of 2. This is what really gets me. It's like $5,000 or $6,000 for a party of 2. And so you'd think as you increase your party size, it becomes more and more expensive. No, they discount it down to $5,000 or $6,000 for your family size anyway. So like if you're still going as a family of 4, it's basically the same price as going for a party of 2, which tells me that it's way overpriced for no reason at all, because you're not actually paying for extra amenities at that point.
Did you know that they're going to be able to claim it as a write-off?
Yeah. So Benny and I were talking. Okay, let me rephrase. I did not know until like 30 minutes ago.
$300 million.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which apparently is why they're not going to turn it into something else.
Mm.
Because
I
then
feel
they
like the
can't claim this
legal
tax
reasons-
write-off.
Yeah, like due to legal reasons, if they claim it as a write-off, they can't use it for anything other than that. Otherwise, they'll have to pay back the money that they used as a write-off. So I feel like it's just probably not going to do anything, unfortunately, until it's like the depreciation over however many years they depreciate it is all off, which is kind of crazy.
It's very interesting.
It was such a big project. There was so much money put into building that because it looks incredible. So to know that it's just going to sit there until they are either able to or decide to do something new with it is so depressing. Like it's another one. What was the water park, the river country that Disney built and then is defunct, literally thanks to Funkland. And it's just like there, overgrown, scary, looks like a horror movie.
I can't remember. You can correct me, or maybe I'm just like way out here. But didn't they close it because they were scared of like those brain-eating amoebas things? So they
I think
just like close
so.
it down, and they're just like, yeah, we're just not touching it. We're letting it be the Disney Chernobyl. Just
That's terrifying.
Not touching it.
Yeah. So now it just lives in the wild.
And with the
Never to be touched
brain-eating
again.
amoeba. Just hungry.
Yeah, just multiplying, just eating all the brains.
That's terrifying.
Look,
No, I'm just
it
kidding.
is not my type of a water park anyway. If I'm going to one of Disney's water parks, it's probably going to be Typhoon Lagoon. So River Country would not have been on my list of things. I'm so sad. Like I feel horrible for those cast members. It is such a specialized role to work at Star Cruiser. You have to know your storyline. You have to know specifically what's going on. Like, and obviously cast members have big roles everywhere. There's so much story in a lot of the park. but the Star Cruiser specifically, and so now they have to try to shift them elsewhere because hopefully they're not just going to let them go. I'm sure they're going to try to shift them.
From what I've heard is I heard that they're not letting any of those frontline workers be part of their layoffs that they're doing.
Good.
I heard
Yeah,
that they're
from
all
from
going to
all
be
the layoffs.
Yeah, I heard that they're going to be all replaced and moved to somewhere else, which is good. But the only bad thing is that I heard that it was kind of a blindside to everybody that was working there. They were all so supposedly they were going to close down Star Cruiser at the end of 2023 to retheme, do different events, different activities and stuff for the people staying on the voyage. But they just decided to pull the plug. And so all these people were training for these new things that now
Waste of time.
it's not happening. And they're like, wait, so I just trained for this new dinner show and now I can't even do it, which stinks for the people that worked really hard for that.
Yeah. It's
Where
sad.
is it?
Crazy.
Is it in California?
Star Cruiser?
Yeah.
Orlando.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
it's right behind Hollywood Studios. I think it's like across a road from Hollywood Studios because part of the voyage is a half day in Hollywood Studios. They take you in a transport from the hotel over to Galaxy's Edge,
Mhm.
and you like go off and do a thing for a half day in the park and then go back.
Easy.
I don't know. Maybe they'll make enough money off of the summer where they can like pay off the tax write-off or don't not. I mean, Disney needs the tax write-off right now for profitability, but it's so sad.
I mean, I have a hot take a little bit. I mean, I think it's great. I think that what they did was like state of the art, something new that nobody's ever done, which I think is awesome. But I think that most people, when they were told the prices of things and how long the voyage was for that price, they're like, that's not worth it.
Yeah.
And the only people that really went on it were the people that were like that micro niche of
Tim
Star
Tracker
Wars
3
fan.
times.
Yeah, that are like, oh, I love Star Wars. I gotta go. I gotta see it. I gotta do everything new. But like I said before the show, talking with Callie, was like I feel like for it being a 2-day trip, 3-day trip. It's like the
2
first-
nights, 3 days, I think.
Yeah, first half day when you show up is like, what do I do? What is this? Like trying to figure it out because they've never done it before. And then once they get in the routine, it's like you're crazy running around doing stuff, and then it's over.
You're done.
So yeah.
It would have been
Yeah.
cooler
I
if
don't know.
it was not as expensive.
I want to clarify I'm sad that it is such an amazing experience that is going to be left unexperienced by everybody, both due to price initially and then shut down, and that the space isn't going to be used for however long. The price was absurd from the start. We talked about that I think before. It
Mhm.
is unimaginable that for 2 nights, one whole day in a hotel, an immersive experience, you're going to pay $5,000 for.
No.
And, like it's not, obviously look at it. It failed for a reason, but it was a very specific audience, and your experience was the same every time unless you chose a different storyline, because you could either be there for the Rebels or for the First Order. So even if you got to go twice, your storylines kind of run through those 2 times. So like the idea of them shutting down so they can learn new stories and have new conversations is really cool. And I'm sorry that they didn't get the opportunity to do that, but it's a good ahead thought because they're going to have needed that. You can't keep doing it year after year after year.
No, I would have liked to see their business plan. Like, how did they think that was going to be profitable? Did they think it was going to be more popular than it actually was?
I don't know. Maybe it's one of those
feel
ones
like-
where it was an experiment to see how expensive they could make something before Disney fans were like, no, sorry.
Mm.
I feel like Disney for a long time has basically set the price at whatever they want, and they have people like me that are like, okay, it's worth it because it's Disney. Like
We
it's
just
worth
go
it to
in.
do that. Yeah, we just go and blindly hand over our wallet at the door, and we just let them run up the bills, and we're like
What do you
totally
mean?
okay with it until we get home and we have that dreaded feeling of like, I just spent way too much, but the memories are worth it. And you just keep telling yourself the memories are worth it, right? That's what happens.
Don't
Did
look
I
at the bill.
like-
Don't look at the
Did
bill.
I take enough
Yeah.
pictures?
Yeah. Yeah. Darn, I should have done PhotoPass, which is another charge. Like,
It's Memory Maker
Oh.
now.
But well
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah. yeah. I mean, I still
Crazy.
think that they could have done great things with it. I feel like even if it was a 2-day voyage and they shortened it and dumbed down some of the stuff, but made it an add-on for people staying at resorts in Orlando and said, hey, okay, you've got a 5-night stay, or you want to come for a week. Let's do a 5-night stay at the Art of Animation or Boardwalk or wherever. And then as a perk of staying on property, you could add on this. I mean, of course, it'd be another charge, but an extra 2 days at the Star Cruiser, which I think that'd be cool. You wouldn't have to pay for a ticket that day because you only be in Hollywood Studios for a half day.
Right.
But I feel like they could have made that work because they'd have enough people on property that would probably be like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do something different.
Worth it. That sounds good.
Yeah, but having it be an add-on or like its own separate thing, I just feel like wasn't sustainable.
Agreed. Well,
Too
here's
much-
hoping
too
they
much
do
money.
something fun with it eventually sometime in the future.
Yeah.
We shall see.
The first time we see some excavators out there and they're tearing it down, everybody's gonna cry. I'll cry.
Yeah.
That's so depressing. So depressing. So in addition to that, on the same time, they announced the Lake Nona project cancellation. So for those of you who are unaware of what that was, Disney was going to move some of their Anaheim workers into a new campus in Florida. So this was like a $1 billion project. They were going to build a new campus, have housing around it, obviously move the jobs from California into Florida. And Disney did cancel it. This one is arguably for two reasons. It is definitely it was a financial strain on them that they maybe don't need right now. $1 billion is a lot of money to pour into a project like this. It's also very political for the state of Florida right now. So Disney's pushing on it as it was a financial decision and just things didn't work the way they wanted it to. There's a couple different things that go into that one. But it was really interesting to see that they started, what was it, like last Wednesday or Thursday they announced it. They started the day by, hey, pass holders have a figment magnet coming to them. Super exciting. And then they ended the day by, hey, we're canceling the Star Cruiser and the Lake Nona project. Peace out, guys. Have a nice night.
Here, have a pen.
At least they started with the magnet, you know? Like imagine how
Magnet.
depressing it would have been if they said, okay, all this terrible stuff is happening to the parks. Oh, but by the way, here's a figment magnet at the end.
For
That would've
those of
been
you
terrible.
who still give us money yearly,
Yeah.
have a figment
Here you
magnet
go.
for your car or your fridge.
It's like a participation trophy for them taking your money.
Thanks for still believing us.
Man.
And
I
us. Here's
give
a
you
magnet.
magnet.
Yeah.
And I give you
Oh.
magnet. I know Lyle to you.
I want to become a D23 gold member
Do it.
just for that cute little statue.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Do it.
It's sweet. Although you get like discounts off of parks and stuff, so that's kind of
Yeah,
like a nice thing too.
There's like a discount thing. Spreading the money.
you
You're,
get, like,
you're
a
spending it one place or the
magazine.
other. You know what's
Mm.
really funny about discounts?
Do either of you guys do that? Like, they do the WDW or they do the Disneyland magazines, and they send them to your house every month.
They do
Have
those?
you seen those? Yeah.
If you're a
I think it's
D23
different
member, you
company
get
that
'em.
does that. I think those are quarterly.
Yes,
But there's a different
they
one
are.
that sends something new every month, and I thought about doing it, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it because I don't know whether it's worth it or not.
I might look into
Once
that.
again, Disney has my wallet. I'll probably say yes and have it done, and then look at the bill afterward and be like,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right, yeah,
But the cool magazine that you get,
yeah.
totally worth it.
And here's
It's
a
like,
magnet.
Definitely.
What was it, like the old zoo magazines that you'd be able to get monthly as a kid?
Yeah.
What were those? I'm gonna have to look this up. It's gonna bug me, but that's what it reminds
Yeah.
me of. It's like, hey, instead of a zoo animal magazine every month, you get a Disney World magazine every month. Woo!
Zoo books.
Yay.
Zoo books.
Zoo books.
I had some zoo
Yeah.
books. That's funny.
Definitely.
Oh, I was listening to Spotify in my car today and got hit with a new song from Little Mermaid.
Ooh.
I did not realize that the soundtrack would be out on Spotify already when the movie's not out yet.
It's on Apple Music too.
So I've listened to most of the songs from it. Honestly, I think they did a really good job. I had some issues with Aladdin when they redid it and they redid some of the songs, and I think that they strayed too far. I think we talked about this when we talked about live action remakes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they strayed too far away from the originals on them. And for such an iconic Disney 90s film, I don't think it's one that you can pull away from too much. They did a really good job with these. So I heard Under the Sea, which is fantastic. It is almost there's like a few things that get added in music wise, but like it's almost identical. Poor Unfortunate Souls, also almost identical. They've removed one line from the song, and that's it. Kiss the Girl is also almost identical. They changed what's the verse where Sebastian's like, you don't have to say a word, just go ahead and go on and kiss the girl. They changed that to, was it like, just ask one or just say one word. If the time is right and the time is now, go on and kiss the girl. It doesn't feel like a big change. I know people are talking a lot about the change to the songs right now. It's not needed. It's all political. Regardless of what it is, they did a really good job with the songs. Alan Menken redid them. He had Lin-Manuel Miranda help. And I think they did justice to the movie for being a live remake. And I'm excited to see the movie. I'm not going to see it in theaters because I would have to go by myself because it is not a movie my husband wants to see. So I'll be waiting for it to come out on Disney Plus to watch it, most likely. But I'm excited for it. I thought the music, they did a very good job with it.
I'm excited to see it. I don't know if I'll see. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters either. I'm not
Aiden
sure.
has no interest, and unlike Marvel films, I really don't want to go see Little Mermaid by myself. I'll
Yeah.
sit through a Marvel movie by myself. Little Mermaid, I'm a pass on.
Just come fly up here and we'll go see it.
Bet. Most expensive movie ticket of my life. It'll be fun though.
Worth it.
Callie, how much was
Yeah,
that movie ticket? $1,500.
It's fine.
What? There's like a flight, a hotel, some food, and then the movie ticket. Don't worry though.
It's fine.
What kind of movie theater do you go to?
It's nice.
You're like in my head, I'm like picturing you're on one of those like Emirates flights with the movie player, like the DVD player. You're watching it there on the flight.
Oh my God. I'm flying to Cozy and I just watch the movie on the airplane. I land, I like wave to her through customs and I just turn around and get back on the airplane and come home.
Oh
You
no.
wave to her, say, "Yeah, it was good," and then you watch something else on the way back.
It was fantastic. Thanks for the beaver tail and just come back home.
Yeah.
I got some
Oh,
Timbits. Time to go.
Timbits.
Timbits. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, let's talk some snacks.
My favorite topic.
Snacks and food.
Mhm.
I don't know. So Ben, your overall favorite snack of all of Disney period. What is it?
Ooh,
No
all of
pressure.
Disney period. I mean, I can't let my friends at Casey's Corner down by saying anything other than a dog at Casey's Corner. And that is my answer. Through
Just
and
regular
through.
hot dog?
Whatever they have on the menu. I will take all of it. And I will eat it all. And I will say thank you and shake people's hands out the door. And even if there's strangers waiting in line, I'll say thank you.
Thank you for being here and making my experience such.
Yes. Thank you for coming to Disney today.
Okay, but which one would you prefer? A Casey's hot dog or like corn nuggets?
Casey's hot dog, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Corn dog
Casey's?
nuggets.
There's something about it. So
Main Street in Magic Kingdom. I think they have one in Disneyland,
Yes.
don't they?
I don't know. I get popcorn
look.
and chicken strips. That's you know.
they have awesome fries there too.
Their fries are
Ooh.
very good, and I'm picky on my
Very good.
fries.
I feel like the only other place Walt Disney World property. I mean, most of the fries are like theme park fries are good, but for some reason Casey's hits different. Same way that like Mr. Kamal's in Animal Kingdom hits different. I mean, man,
You know what I gotta try when I go? I've never had. There's a lot, so you guys can't probably guess.
Is it chicken nuggets with sauce on it?
No,
Oh.
I do want to try those though. I took a screenshot of the TikTok, so I know where to go. But a Mickey beignet. I've never had one of those. I've never seen one.
They're so good.
So next time we go, that's like top of my list that I got to try.
they are good.
I want beignets all the
Mhm.
time.
Never had one,
Man,
so I'm ready.
Fried
like
dough
food.
with powdered sugar on it, like you can't
Oh,
go wrong.
No, it sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
hungry now.
Yeah. Yep.
Fun fact: Casey's is only in Magic Kingdom and Paris. It is not in the other parks. I
Interesting.
actually didn't know that. I really thought
feel
there
so
was one in
sorry.
Disneyland.
Man, I tell you what, I feel like if Disney opened up its own chain restaurant and called it Casey's Corner, and they were like they would take over the world like McDonald's. I think. At least I would travel to as many of them as I could. There's something about them.
The
Oh,
new
my goodness.
McDonald's.
Now I'm getting hungry. Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Ah,
Dang it.
yeah. I mean, there's so many good snacks at Disney. Like you've got churros, you've got awesome popcorn in whatever kind of popcorn bucket you get or want. You have, I mean, if you're in Epcot, you've got caramel corn in the Germany pavilion. You've got, I mean, the list goes on and on. The little lumpia in Animal Kingdom with the pineapple and cream cheese. Those are amazing.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. I liked popcorn.
just wanna
Dole
eat-
Whips. How can you forget Dole Whips?
Especially in Animal Kingdom when you can get a rum floater.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on that.
Have y'all had the cream cheese filled pretzels?
Yes.
Yeah. I was actually telling Callie right before the show, one of my favorite memories is when I was younger. We went with my grandparents and my family, and it was raining like a monsoon in Central Florida. And outside of the PhilharMagic, they had this one little tiny pretzel stand with the cream cheese filled pretzels. And we were all huddled in our Mickey ponchos trying to stay out of the rain and devouring these pretzels as this poor worker is sitting outside in the rain handing these pretzels to people. It was amazing.
That's Mark's favorite thing. And I think I've said this before, but the one day we went last year, they sold out in both parks,
no.
all the stores. So
It is so depressing.
yeah, but his mission this year is he's going to have one, at least one every day.
That's
Probably
worth it.
more. So I have to budget for cream cheese filled pretzels.
It's like a line item in your budget.
Yeah.
Like, cream cheese filled pretzels. Total? All right.
$30 a day
Yeah.
just to be safe.
It's at least 2 pretzels.
Man.
Yeah, are they like $15? How much are they?
I don't know.
$9?
Here, let's look. Hold on. It's gonna flashbang. Just sorry, YouTubers. Cream cheese.
Do they have
pretzel
prices
Disneyland.
online?
I mean, Disney is like
Okay, so they
for-
have specifically for Disney 100 the violet pretzel, which is cream cheese pretzel drizzled with a salted vanilla cream. That's $8, $7.59. For standard, the warm cream cheese filled pretzel is only $6.49.
Oh,
So look, if you've got
So many.
$30 a day for a cream cheese pretzel, you can get a couple.
he can get, yep. That'll be worth it for him.
See,
Mark
I'm all
walks
over
up,
the
"Yeah, I'll take
jalapeno
5."
cheese
Yeah.
filled though.
The which?
Oh yeah.
I do the jalapeno cheese. That one's my
Mm.
favorite.
He'll probably do that one, but he just loves the cream cheese, and we can't get them anywhere else.
Can't blame him. The cream cheese ones are fantastic. Did you know it's really easy to make pretzels?
Yeah, I've made
can
them
make 'em.
before.
Make some at home.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, make pretzels and then like make a cream cheese dipping sauce if you can't get them
Dip 'em.
inside the pretzel.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'll do? I'll look in my Disney cookbook I have and see if they have like a recipe in there somewhere, and I'll send it to you.
Ooh,
Have
yeah.
it. You can surprise. Ooh, Father's Day. Mark, don't listen to this episode. Father's Day's coming up.
He's way behind
I
on
mean,
episodes, so.
so is Trey. Perfect. we're right on track. You could, by the time he'll be listening to Father's Day, eating cream cheese pretzels that you've made him, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, good call."
I love that.
Stop. That's actually really funny. Please, if you make cream cheese pretzels, just play the episode in the background while he's eating them.
Wait. You should say cream cheese. Wait. I love that.
Or like wait until he's like finally listening to this episode. Wait until this part, and then just like surprise him with a cream cheese pretzel. Just like, hey, Phil.
Surprise.
He's like, what? Yeah.
You
No.
shouldn't have.
He's not allowed to have one until he listens. So he'll listen to this episode. Mark, if you're listening, this is how you ask Cozy for a cream cheese pretzel. And you're not going to get rewarded with one until you listen to it. Congratulations.
Yep. Very true. I love that.
Like 2 months down the road, he's going to be like, wait, what? I could have had this 2 months ago? Yep.
Wah, wah.
Oh, man. So I'm trying to think what my absolute favorite snack of all of Disney is. And it's so hard. There's so many good foods.
Good foods.
Good food.
I like the Mickey Mouse bars. Ice cream ones.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like the ice cream sandwich ones or like the dipped chocolate ones?
The dipped chocolate ones.
Yeah. Those are good.
So good.
This is why we're friends. Was it not in your channel when I found out that our local like store right down the street started selling those Mickey bars in our ice cream section, and I bought them out every single time I went there. They had like 2 boxes, and I would buy them all.
Yep, because we
They're
talked
so
about it
good. There's
because
something
Aiden
about
saw them at the store and made me buy them.
My sister found them here. And she
I
bought
love
them.
it.
But it was like only 4 in a box.
Yeah, there's not very
Yeah.
many at all.
Oh,
They're very good
Yeah.
though. They're great
Yeah.
ice cream bars. Chocolate ice cream bars? Ice cream bars. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like the one thing that I have to get every time would be those jalapeno cheese pretzels. And just like Mark, if they are sold out that day, I'm depressed. It is very depressing.
very.
There's like a couple like new things that I think. I mean, for the longest time they changed them. Now they're no longer there. But the buffalo chicken tots at Friar's Nook, I'm so sad that they replaced them with something else now. Those were like my favorite, and I would have to get them every single time. I mean, let's be honest. I like most people go to Disney and they like ride all the rides and they like are most memorable about that. I get to
Food.
Disney World and I go to Magic Kingdom with my wife, and as we're walking around, I smell the smells and I see the food, and I just want to eat all day, no matter how miserable I feel in the Florida sun. I just end up eating all day.
No,
Just
I
keep
feel you
all
on the
food.
I feel you on the buffalo tots when we were on our honeymoon and we were there. We got those and we're sitting down and eating them in Cosmic Rays, and they were so good. So the next time we went, which was unfortunately when I was pregnant, I couldn't stand the smell of them, but I forced myself to eat a bite because they were so good.
That's
It's
so
really hard to
sad.
eat things when you're trying to not smell it. But it's definitely it was like, oh, we have to get these again because and we had to sit down in Cosmic Rays and eat them. They were so good.
Those sound delicious.
I have the recipe for those. I make those at home. Except so I'm not a huge tater tot person, so I make fries and I put mine over fries.
I'm not either. So
I
fries
do like a
would be
buffalo
good.
chicken poutine.
Oh, can you
That's
send me that?
basically what it is, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's fries and then like some type of sauce, gravy, and cheese.
I mean,
It's basically poutine.
poutine is made with the
Okay.
cheese curds. That's the big thing.
It's cheese.
So
Speaking of poutine, another one of the snacks, if you're at the Springs, I don't know, like, if there are any other place, but they have this little poutine place, and they have all these different kinds. Like, they have the original, and they have all these other crazy things. There's not a bad one there. They're all good. Another thing that I eat all the time.
I want
So-
poutine now.
I just
again,
eat at Disney.
come to the movie up here and you can get poutine
And I
as well as
can
movie.
get poutine and a beaver tail and Thai chicken bites. and chicken balls.
All the
I'm gonna be eating all the food.
chicken balls.
You can make me 10 pounds of rice.
I'm really good at that. So
Mm.
yes, I could do that for sure.
All the food.
You make the
Oh.
rice, I'll make the sushi. That sounds good.
Done deal.
I'm
Okay.
good rice maker.
I can make some musubi too. I'll buy some spam. You guys have spam in Canada, right?
I've never seen spam at a store, but we probably do. I just don't look.
Your sister. I feel like your sister should know, coming from Hawaii.
She had lots of spam there.
Is there spam in Canada? Canada. Yeah, Walmart Canada. Poggers. Getting it.
Solid.
As long as I can get butter tarts.
What are
Those things are
butter
amazing.
tarts?
So, certain parts of Canada, they're known for butter tarts, and they are the most amazing things in the world.
Oh yeah,
was,
my grandma loves butter tarts.
They look like
Oh.
little pecan pies.
Your grandmother and I became best friends.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
Oh, what are they? They
yeah,
look
okay.
like is it chess pies? I'm gonna have to Google the difference between butter pies and chess pies. They look very similar to a chess pie. Butter tart for sorry, guy. I mean, like, look, if you guys are this far into the episode, you like us for us, not necessarily the content anyway. So
We are-
like,
We are way off track.
it's food. We were talking snacks.
Okay, that's true.
Sorry.
We could probably get this in the Canadian Pavilion somewhere.
How big are these
If not, we should.
things at like pavilions and countries at Epcot? Like how big are we talking?
So the main ones are really big. Like you can walk through, like the Canada one, you walk through like a city, like a little downtown alley in Canada.
That's so cool.
They're
Mhm.
really big.
I want to go there.
And there's a restaurant in each one. Typically some type of cultural thing. Like Canada still has the Canada movie, right? Where you, it's like a
Yes,
surround.
I believe so.
Like you stand in the center and it's a 360 surround movie theater and they
Mhm.
show Canada.
What do
I
they
don't
show?
Land in Canada. They show
also have one of the
really
best
pretty Canadian
restaurants.
scenery.
They have one of the best restaurants on property, Le Cellier.
Go
at
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
what?
amazing.
We're the best.
Man.
Mexico has a whole ride in it. So does Germany.
When people
No.
get sick
No,
after
not
eating,
Germany.
Mexico has
Norway.
one. Norway, yeah. Norway
And then
is the frozen.
France.
Yeah, France now. Yeah, that's
When
right,
you
yeah,
get sick,
Germany's-
because you're eating all the food and then you go on ride.
They're
Right.
baby rides. One's like a little slow water ride. Well, I mean, actually, two of them are water rides. Which the one in Norway, the Frozen Ever After, has one drop, but it's a baby drop. If you're gonna get sick, it's gonna be on Remy's. It's gonna be on the Ratatouille ride because it's a 3D ride.
Mm.
I don't recommend eating and then going on the Ratatouille ride, but you know,
No. When I go to Disney, I have to take a Gravol in the morning and then one at lunch.
so does Trey.
And
We're
then
not
I'm
allowed to go
fine.
on Star Tours anymore.
It's worth it.
Okay, so Cozy, there's a big not Canadian, there's a big Epcot debate. So when you walk into the World Showcase, you have, 11 countries in a circle around the lake. When you
Mex-
walk in, you have Canada to your right, and you
And
have
then
Mexico
Mexico.
to your left.
I've heard this.
As a first person walking in, are you starting with the Canadian pavilion or are you starting with the Mexican pavilion?
I think I would start with Canada just because that's where I'm from. But I've
fair.
seen this debate.
It's a big debate.
What's the majority? Like, what do people think is right?
There's more Mexico goers than there are Canadian goers, and it's typically because if you are drinking around the world, whereas you get a drink in every one of the pavilions, you want to get a margarita from Mexico, so you start in Mexico so that you don't miss out on that. Because otherwise you're gonna get like what is it like a beer in Canada and then a beer in England? I feel like
I think so.
I'd be
yeah.
better off getting a margarita or a mojito or something from Mexico.
Makes sense.
I think it depends on what you are looking at.
And if you're
I
drinking
always
or
just
not,
want to get to
maybe.
Japan, and which is halfway across. So like, I'm just going one way or the other anyway.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Shout out to all the homies that come across on that international gateway coming from Boardwalk and that stuff. That's
Yeah,
the
'cause then
best
you're
place to
either-
start, I think.
You could say you're either starting France or England.
Yeah. Yep. And we usually stop at England. I mean, it's like if you come over for lunch, you got to get the fish and chips. I mean, for all of you guys that are like listening to this, you think Benny just eats all day, and you'd probably be accurate. So
There's a reason why I want to go with Benny on a Disney trip. It's not just the humor. I want a food buddy.
You
so
don't
we don't
want
do the
me.
Disney dining plan. We just do the Disney snacking plan and hand over our wallets.
Just get a magic band. You feel less bad about it.
Oh, that's the worst. It's like you just, yep,
Beep.
yep.
You just don't know. It just builds.
I'm doing that next time we go. Boop.
It's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to Disney Dreamlight, which means we're just gonna have to have you on again.
Darn,
Okay.
Benny.
Thank you for having me.
Darn it.
Shucks.
Yeah.
Thank you for hanging out. I enjoyed our food conversation very much.
Yeah. It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
That
So
went really
you guys will
fast.
certainly see Benny again.
Yes.
We love having Benny. I say that like we have him all the time. We've loved having him on this episode. There's things I want him on for future episodes. So he will be back. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as we did. Let us know, what are your favorite? I know we've talked snacks before, guys. Let's be honest. But you can always have a new snack. You can always have new food choices. So if we talked about something that you love, shout us out. Let us know. If there's a snack that is coming up that you want to try, tell us what it is, because I'm always down to look up snacks and see if I can recreate them, or else just make myself want to buy a Disney ticket to go eat it. Like the fruit waffle from Sleepy Hollow. Thanks for that one, Benny.
Mm-hmm.
Really
You're
want some Nutella now. So next week is going to be a surprise for what we're going to talk about. We'll figure it out sometime this week. I'm going to be honest, I am going on vacation this week, and I come back the night of podcast night. The morning of podcast night, technically, but so it's going to be a surprise. I'm going to have fun stories, hopefully, to tell you. It's not Disney related. I wish it was, but it's going to be a fun one. You don't want to miss it. Thank you again, Benny, for being on. We really appreciate it.
You the best.
And until next time, I hope you guys find something to get tangled up with in Disney, because it's a blast. So thank you guys. Bye.